This video will be more slow. Yeah, I'll try to take its course within the confines of this game. It seems to be more story-driven, and I like the vibe, so thought I might as well just take myself and I guess now you along to the ride. I guess in this case literally, because we're in the taxi, but yeah. Bird of Passage, another game I found on itch.io, so thought I'd be giving it a try, and here we are. I've been living here for a long time, but this doesn't mean that I know where I want to go just yet. Are you from Tokyo? Yes, I am, in a way. I come from a lost version of Tokyo. How do you mean lost? Literally, the city in which I was born is not on a map any longer. That version of Tokyo disappeared into a void. There are witnesses that can confirm this. I see. What kind of witnesses? Witnesses that have seen and experienced the devastation that took place. You mean survivors like you? Maybe. But they belong in a museum. I don't. Do you mean old things? They're no longer just things. They have been reshaped by history. Now they're artifacts. They carry a story. You can still read the time on the clocks that stopped working that day. What time was it? 11:58 a.m. But most clocks stopped a bit later. Time stood still as nature raged all at once, collapsing the pillars of the sky and snapping the axis of the earth. It lasted 2 days and 3 nights. After that, only Tokyo that survived is the one engraved in our collective memory. Are you talking about the Great Kanto earthquake? A mighty blue sky welcomed our morning. I am. It was the perfect weather for a Saturday. When was it? It was the 1st of September, 1923. That's the day I died. Together with thousands of other people. I wasn't alone then. I am now. How is this even possible? I'm stuck between two worlds. The only way for me to leave this world is to find closure. I've come to the conclusion that taxis are the right means to do so. Taxis? Yes, I believe so. You see, they transport people around, fulfilling their scope without asking much in return. Taxis are enablers. Tonight, you are helping me find something very dear to me. My path. I'm happy to oblige. Thank you. Would you like me to tell your story? I'd love to. My story begins like this. I was in the garden, holding some seeds in my hands. It's the last shard of my past I recall clearly. It's funny how I remember being alive thanks to the mundanity of my last actions. Just the other Saturday in a vast collection of Saturdays. Late autumn is the right season to plant your ginkgo seeds, not September. So I had to put them away, you see, store them in a dark place. And then the earth beneath my feet started trembling. Fissures ripped the ground. Everything crumbled. All of a sudden, something hit me. Hard. In the back of my head. Huh? What happened next? I fell on my knees, facing the back of my garden. The seeds rolled away. An aftershock pushed me to the ground. I died, shielding the seeds with my body. My very last thought was dedicated to them. Do you think they survived? Probably not. Don't be so negative. Come on. There is still hope. If you say so. After all this time, my optimism is wavering. You just need to find the right path. I'm sure it's there, somewhere, waiting for you. And how do I find it? I'd say you just need to follow the leaves. Follow the leaves. That's good advice. I'll do that next time. Thank you for giving me hope. You are welcome. Can you please stop the car now? I want to go back and look for the leaves. Of course. Enjoy the rest of the night. Goodbye. Goodbye. Greetings. Thank you for stopping. Hello, sir. Before you ask me where I want to go, let me ask you something first. Sure. Good. Do you like plants? I really do, sir. I'd love to talk about them, but this is a silent taxi. Oh, okay. I see. Can you please pull over? Of course, sir. I don't do silent taxis. That's fine, sir. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hello. Hello, sir. Welcome on aboard. Thank you. Where do you want to go, sir? Oh, right. It doesn't really matter. It kind of does. I need to know your destination and choose a route. You are right. I'm sorry. That's okay. So, where do you want to go, sir? Can we go back in time, please? I wish we could, sir. I'm sorry. I had to ask. That's no problem, sir. However, I am curious now. Can I ask you something? Please, go ahead. If you could time travel, where would you go? That's a good question. Let me think. Take your time. I'd like to go back to that week I spent in Atami, relaxing on the beach under the sun. Did you like that place? Very much so. I remember clearly how I loved walking barefoot on the seashore, feeling the sand and water between my toes. Atami is, with its hot spring and relaxing landscapes, seemed to me the perfect place to rest. Unfortunately, the Atami I visited is no longer there. What do you mean, sir? I mean that Atami was quite close to the epicenter of the Great Kanto earthquake. That city has suffered considerable damage. Oh yes, sure, it did, but it has been rebuilt. Yes, but if I could travel back in time, I'd definitely return there. Obviously before the earthquake hit. That's a good choice, I guess. Well, since we cannot go back and I'm stuck here remembering those glorious days in Atami, it's not doing me any good. I'm sorry to hear that, sir. I'd like to be alone. Please stop the car. Sure. Here you go, sir. Thank you for the ride. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hello? Hello, sir? Is this a silent taxi? No, sir. Good. Where shall I drive you? I'm not sure yet. I've been living here for a long time, but this doesn't mean that I know where I want to go just yet. Are you from Tokyo? Yes, indeed. Even if I doubt you would recognize the Tokyo I used to know. Do you live in the outskirts? I tend to roam the entire island. Lately I've returned to explore the city. Parks and gardens are my favorite spots. I say, I've become obsessed with a few species of plants and spend hours looking at them, their colors, shape of their leaves, the geometry of their branches. And why do you like these plants so much? I deeply admire the resilience certain plants manifest. No matter what happens to them, they resist. What type of plants can do that? Oh, ginkgo trees. Some of them survive the most lethal weapon man has ever created. They're called Hibakujumoku. Scientists were certain nothing could grow again in that area. Ginkgos prove them wrong. You seem to know a lot about ginkgos. Not nearly as much as I'd like. What do you mean? I know their scientific name is Ginkgo biloba, and that biloba describes the shape of their leaves. I know that the fleshy outer coat of their seeds has a strong smell. I know their bark has a corky texture, and I know the color of their leaves in every season of the year. And what I don't know is where to find my ginkgo seeds. Did you have some? I did. What happened to them? It's a long story. So? I don't want to pose. Listen, my car is at your disposal for as long as the night lasts. You're very kind. The story begins like this. I was in the garden, holding some seeds in my hands, the last shard of my past I recall clearly. It's funny how I remember being alive thanks to the mundanity of my last actions. Just another Saturday in a vast collection of Saturdays. Late autumn is the right season to plant your ginkgo seeds, not September. So I had to put them away, you see, store them in a dark place. And then the earth beneath my feet started trembling. Fissures ripped the ground, everything crumbled. All of a sudden, something hit me, hard, in the back of my head. What happened next? I fell on my knees, facing the back of my garden. The seeds rolled away, an aftershock pushed me to the ground. I died, shielding the seeds with my body. The very last thought was dedicated to them. Do you think they survived? I really hope so. It would mean everything to me. Given the magnitude of the events that you have described to me tonight, I really don't know what to say. I know, you don't have to say anything. I mean, I don't want to sound tragic. I know what you're about to say. Please stop. Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't want to upset you, but you see, I meant please stop the car. Sure. Here you go. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Greetings. Thank you for shopping. What essence shopping? Thank you for stopping. Hello, sir. Before you ask me where I want to go, let me ask you something first. Sure? Good. Do you mind if we chat a bit while you drive me around? Sorry, sir, but this is a silent taxi. I see. Is there anything else I can do for you? No, thank you. That's all. I'm afraid I don't do taxis. Silent taxis. That's fine, sir. Goodbye. Goodbye. This is interesting though, to see how far it's gone in this game. It's a loop. It's almost like it's building on itself, but it still remains in a circular fashion. I think this might be my last ride. Hello. Hello, sir. Welcome on aboard. Thank you. Where do you want to go, sir? Alright. Just drive, please. Rough night, sir. Not the many, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that, sir. My nights are endless. Do you suffer from insomnia, sir? I used to sleep so well. I remember falling asleep in the garden. Those were indeed the most peaceful days. Did you enjoy sleeping outdoors? I loved it. It was such a privilege to be able to sleep under the crowns of so many trees. I felt protected by them. In autumn, they would wake me up by gently pouring upon me a drizzle of leaves. It was a delicate gesture, almost like an innocent tickle. You really loved it. In summer, they would cast their generous shadow, allowing me to rest beneath them. But then everything changed, and I don't sleep anymore. I'm restless now. I can't go on like this. I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do for you? Not really. It's not your fault, though. Please stop the car. I need some fresh air. Sure. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye. I'm assuming that there would be still another ride and they will just keep going, but for the sake of the video, I think I will just cut it here. I really do like the vibe of this thing, and I wonder if you guys are interested in even seeing more of something like this and having me have a go at just a kick, I guess, at trying to voice act. I mean, I gave that one dude a random fucking semi-Australian accent for some fucking reason, but you know. I think it was really cool. I, again, really like the vibe and the art style of this thing, even though it's simple. And you can see there is a bit of a message behind this, and I think it's really cool. I don't have the credits on here, per se, but you can easily find this. I'll put it in the description. It's Bird of Passage. You can find it on itch.io, but again, I'll link it in the description. I'm planning to do a video essay for the next one, actually. So it will actually kind of be a bridge between this as well to the video games. Or this video is like a bridge between those two, because my last ones, they've all been just impulsive recordings of me playing video games. And coming off from this one, the next one will be a video essay with a similar kind of, not necessarily serious, I would say, just more of a, I don't know, like scripted, I guess, kind of video. I guess is a better way to say it. So, I guess until I upload again, and the internet brings you back, or we meet again in some capacity, enjoy yourself. I'll be here. Yeah. I guess that's the end of my taxi ride. My stop is here. I'm not sure when yours will be, but sticking onto the theme, I'll get off here. Thank you.